everybody. How's it going? Let's do some Assetto with the channel members. Let's do some racing. It's what we're here for. Nice and easy racing. Who will be first in the chat? Oh, hello, Jesus. How's it going? You're the first here. How's that make you feel? I'm not sure if you should feel... I think you should feel pretty bad. Nobody wants to be the first. First is worst. Curryverst. Kirk House, hello. I got a new keyboard. All the excitement. To move the chat there. What keyboard? Yeah, what keyboard is it? I don't know. What did I get? It is a... I don't know. It was the cheapest mechanical keyboard which had a number pad on it. Wide gaming keyboard. It literally just says wide gaming keyboard on the back of it. Manufacturer. Oh, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Get your... Are you guys good at remembering names? Are you good at remembering names here? It's catchy. So this is the Dongguan Yang Zhong Trading Co. Limited, room 204, number 74, Humen Zhangling 9th Street, Humen Village, Humen Town, Dangong City, Gungdong. Yeah, it's literally called Wide Gaming Keyboard. It's literally called Wide Gaming Keyboard, so that's it. It's better than the other one. It's good. I enjoy Wide Gaming Keyboard. Best brand ever, Wired Gaming Keyboard. You can't beat it. It is what it says. Yeah, the Wide Gaming Keyboard. Hello, Vilo fellow. And what was the name of the... I don't think that's a company name. It's just oh yeah, Dangguang.
Come on, ladies.
Come on, ladies.
1 pound fish. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. 1 pound fish.
Have a look. 1 pound fish.
Have a look.
1 pound fish.
Very, very good.
1 pound fish.
Very, very cheap.
1 pound fish. Guangyong. Not Dong. Dongguang. Dongguang. Zong Nurong. Zuherong. Dongwan. Zurong. Dongguang Zurong. There you go. Dongguang Zurong. Wired gaming keyboard. That's all you need to know. Thanks for the £1 fish. You can check it out by typing in wired gaming keyboard on Amazon, I think. The server's up, guys, if anyone wants to join it. We'll just I'll just drive around by myself though. I do want to try some stuff with frame rate. I've been messing around with hello Tony, with Reflex. Not on this computer, but on my other computer. VSync, Reflex, G-Sync. I'm interested to try some settings on this PC with Sims, see how well it works. There's so much like contradictory information when it comes to input latency, VSync, G-Sync, frame timing, getting input lag. It's hilarious. Like even when you look at like proper official sources, there's like loads of contradictory stuff. So the only way you can find out if it works is by testing it. NSYNC, yeah. Faxi Italian came back. Who's Faxi Italian? Oh, it's you. Hello. Oh, that's right, guys. You can join us on Patreon. You can join our Patreon for free, but you can also be a member. Although I still need to set up like a $1 tier for people that want to support us, but don't want to pay anything. I think you can have a free account now. This AC guy, I know it's a Simcade, isn't it? Let's be honest. This is probably the biggest Simcade title in the world. In the world. Simcade muscle. Did I change? What do you mean, did I change with the Seto? I don't know what you mean. Best Simcade of them all. I'll paste a link to the server again. It takes a while for the Seto crew to wake up. It's too easy to slide, exactly, and everyone knows that real cars are impossible to slide with. You have to be Michael Schumacher. You can't finish a full lap at the ring. I think that's the skill issue. Real cars don't. Real cars, they either have 100% grip or they bin you. That's what Sims taught me. So it's good. I have that expectation of aircraft as well, or anything I do in real life now, thanks to simulators. This is where Kunos's offices used to be. Don't know. I think they moved. This is Velagunga. Vallelunga. Oh no, that'd be £800 to replace the bonnet. Exactly. Same with planes, but unfortunately, when the pilot dies, then there's no one to buy the plane, which is a bit of a problem. Someone just uploaded a new video of a plane crash. They took off with no fuel. They were doing the checklist. They got a phone call. Then they didn't do the checklist properly, and then they took off with no fuel. And then the plane obviously it had enough fuel to start. Went in the air, and then they had to like land in a field. But you'd have thought on an aircraft they would have a low fuel beeper or something. So like, if you try and take off with low fuel, I mean there'd be a light that lights up. There are low fuel gauges. I mean, you would look at the fuel gauge. I don't know. It's really weird to not notice that. Of all things, like on the hierarchy of what's important in an aircraft, I think fuel is probably one of the things I would personally put a lot of attention to. But who knows? I mean, I can see how someone could get distracted though. Like, I do dumb stuff all the time. But you'd have thought when in the air, or even on the ground, if you turn a plane on and the fuel is below 10 minutes or something of flight time, you'd have thought there'd be like an audible alarm. Warning, low fuel. Although he might have actually had fuel in the other tank, so maybe, but he couldn't switch in time. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I thought, Tony. I know you do have fuel gauges and you do have like lights and alarms and things, but Soul Commist, if you spam you'll get banned. Turge Heller, is it time to try it for yourself in a flight sim? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how much fuel we can how much fuel you can take off with. Oh wow. I think everyone's asleep here. We're just driving around the track. Get in there. Hello, Geoda. Ooh. Seems like everyone's talking about the Dr. Disrespect thing. That's like the news story for everyone. It's the Twitch. It's all the talk of Twitch. Oh dear. Buy your PC. How rich do you think I am? Do you think I can just buy viewers' PCs willy-nilly? I don't know. Doctor Who. Server's up if you want to join. It's called Gamer Muscle Live, I think. What I find funny though with the Dr. Disrespect thing is why bother replying about it? or doing a statement or anything, right? Why would you even? So let's say right, let's say you didn't really do anything particularly wrong. You were chatting to someone and it turned out they were younger or something. Let's say that the most positive outlook on it. So you get a private message. You're a big like you've got a big audience or whatever. You get a private message. Someone's like flirty or whatever. You don't check their age or whatever, and you're a little bit flirty back or whatever. I'm not saying that that's a good thing to do, but let's say that happened. Okay, and then you'd be like, okay, fine. And then it turns out that they were underage, and then you're like, oh, well, you know, it's just private messages, whatever. You know, and it wasn't explicit or anything. Fine. If that's what happened, why would you, like, you just, if anyone brought it up, you'd just go, oh, well, you know, it's just stupid, isn't it? So, if you did something really bad, or like if you were actually really dodgy with a minor, again, why would you say that you were at all? Why would you be like, oh yeah? Why would you say anything? Because you're not going to defend, like, people that like you for no objective reason. They wouldn't need you to give a reason, because they would still like you regardless. People that don't like you will use whatever you say against you. You're never going to convince them, and they're not going to be reasonable with their interpretation of things. That's not what they, you know, that's... So, why would you even... There's no point in making a statement at all. There's no point. Like, there's no... even if you're innocent, it's like it's the same as if you go to the police or whatever. Let's say you haven't committed a crime at all. If you haven't committed a crime at all and you go to the police station, you give like a statement that's perfect, a perfect statement, it's totally honest, and you're like, you know, you're like, oh, I'm trying to be helpful. That could only ever be used against you in a negative way. They're not going to go, oh yeah, well this statement shows that the person is proactive and that this indicates they're innocent. They're just going to look at it as, right, what negatives can we take from this statement in combination with the evidence that's available? So and then they would misconstrue stuff. No, I'm talking about how. No, I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm saying this scenario, just how how people work. So I'm saying it's very rare that giving any statement on anything is ever like, if someone's accusing you of something, even if you're totally innocent, it's rare giving a statement's ever going to be, or almost impossible, even if you give a perfect statement, that statement would ever achieve a positive goal, due to how irrational people are. Oh, you responded to Tony. This is a very nice HUD layout, isn't it? Oh, we got two people in here now. It's filling up. Yeah, well, that's the thing is, people are totally irrational. So anybody that's been on the internet, hello Chedhead, anyone that's been on the internet for a while, you learn that, or also just if you talk to lots of people, a lot of people are not rational in the slightest. They're not even vaguely rational. And so even when you're completely right about something, non-controversial and totally clear about it, people go out their way to misconstrue it, and that's for something that's completely non-controversial. Yeah, but I'm. It's still weird, isn't it, for a 35-year-old, regardless, to like be messaging 18-year-olds. If it's explicit messages, that's still a bit weird. I'm not saying what's legal or not legal, or what, you know, what's a responsible thing. You know. But regardless of that, I don't really care about that, to be honest. What I'm saying is the reality of like statements and stuff, and how it'll always make you look worse, unfortunately. So it's weird to then do a public statement. I don't know why you'd be having like sexually explicit conversations through online as an influencer, though, really, as well, through whispers or through like a social platform. Like, let's say, which obviously this happens a lot, you know. I get a lot of hot women messaging me through YouTube, you know, private comments and stuff, but I obviously don't engage with it, so. It's weird when you think you'd be like, well, I don't know. Yeah, the women on YouTube are unhinged. Yeah. Oh, people love a good scandal. Well, that's what I think, Chad. If I'm talking to a woman on the internet, or even if I'm meeting up with a woman, I always think that they're like, they're a scammer. I always assume that they're like gonna, like, I don't know, punch me and steal my wallet or something. So that's what I think. I'm pretty pessimistic though. If it's on the internet, I always think it's like a bloke. I just wouldn't. I'd be like, oh well, until I knew for sure, I'd be like, well, I don't know. So I just treat it in a somewhat neutral way. I'd be like, well, I don't know until I've met someone and have a reasonable idea. I just treat them as like a neutral. Yeah, I just think it's. I don't think if you ever do a statement for something like that, even if you're totally right, people are always going to read on the statement negatively because they will. Because right, if you make a statement that's honest, you'll put in that statement something that's an admission of some form of guilt, right? Because you'd have to, because the statement's honest. But people. Because you wouldn't want to come across as disingenuous in your statement to people that know you. Fine. But the problem is, what it ends up doing is amplifying the negatives from the perspective of people that are dishonestly looking at it, or for people that are judging you. And what it'll then do is it acts as a magnifier. So with the Dr. Disrespect thing, his statement will basically get regurgitated by mainstream media, and then that would mean that your average person reading it would go, well, if he himself says he's done this, what has he not done? So then it adds to the negativity of it. Even if the statement is actually, the more honest the statement, the more genuine the statement, the worse it actually is, in terms of it being perceived negatively. Ironically, it's pretty funny. So this is the thing. Like, it's really not beneficial in many ways to be honest in life. Like the world, how irrational people are. being honest, directly honest, is often ends up with a less honest outcome due to how stupid people are. Exactly, Novotny. As I was saying earlier, like if you were being interviewed by the police, either they've got evidence enough to charge you, in which case, well, let the evidence be the judge of what you're guilty of or whatever, or they don't, and they want you to then say stuff that can then be used against you in court. It's not like you're never gonna explain your innocence. So, you know. I had some Twitch streamer. But also, I don't know, the other weird thing is, you know, when someone's like famous, it gets in trouble or whatever, how you have a whole bunch of people defending them and a whole bunch of people attacking them. And those people don't actually know the actual intricacies of things, but yet they're willing to they're willing to like go all in, either all in attack or all in defense, like a weird, like it's just weird irrational cultist behavior. The people do it for idols and famous people. It's like, why? It's disturbing. It's really disturbing. Fair enough, people that actually know someone directly could chip in and go, oh, I was directly affected by this in a negative way, and you know, this is why it's important to me. I understand that. And so, or someone that's actually very close to someone or works with them maybe, and is like, oh, this isn't the character for any incident. You go, well, that doesn't seem knowing this person, that's really out of character, doesn't seem right. So I understand that makes perfect sense. But like when you have like rando fans or random people on the internet just like going, oh well, you know, I don't know what's going on in people's brains. You don't know the person at all. So it's like, okay, I think you can have a hypothetical conversation. Hell Knight. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of it. So you might have. It might be complex legally. Something could be quite complicated. So you could have a platform might be informed by a user that some inappropriate behaviour is taking place. But then the platform might be like, oh, hang on, you have to be 18 plus to register, so you can see how the other person might not realise it's inappropriate from the platform's perspective. And so then you might be like, okay, well, what's the general course of action? So this is why you'd have to have an actual legal review on it to know if there was misconduct from the platform's perspective. Also, there might be an element of protecting the different parties. If you don't know that one party is guilty or not, legally speaking, you might have to protect all parties, and that might involve not actually saying anything publicly. You know, it might. Do you see what I mean? So, I'm not defending Twitch. I'm just saying the intricacies of that situation. Is average IQ? Well, IQ is not a measure of anything. IQ is just a measure of how good you can do IQ tests. Well, you have to be pretty dumb to enjoy Sims, so you know. I mean, I'm pretty stupid. I waste a lot of time playing driving Sims. Amber Saber with the sub.
Wowie.
Thank you very much. 9 months, appreciate it. Tier 1 sub as well, that's like manual money loss. Hang on. Oh no, my camera's turned off. What's happened? Oh no. Oh. What's going on here? That was we've lost the main camera. Maybe it overheated. Or maybe my Steam Deck's on fire. What's going on here? My Steam Deck just had a meltdown. Oh, I think the USB's just gone crazy. That's always good when that happens. Oh no. Did all my cameras go off? No, this one's still on. Ah, I think this Steam Deck's stuck. It's weird. Guys, I'm going to have to restart the session because my computer's broken. Five pairs USB cables. That's weird. Not sure what's going on here. Play, fix the camera, find the USB issue, the game. My streaming PC just had a bit of a fanny. I think all the USB ports just had a bit of a... I might need to restart my streaming PC here, guys. So I'll be back in a second. I don't know why. Don't know why that turned off. Seems like the USB just had a meltdown. It's probably too warm in here. The stream will be back in 5 minutes as I reboot my streaming PC. So back in a minute, guys.